You think you're strong because you never complain, because you handle everything thrown at you, because you keep pushing forward no matter what. But what if I told you that real strength isn't about what you do, it's about what you refuse to do? Right now, you're probably carrying weight that isn't yours to carry, replaying conversations that already ended, holding on to disrespect like it's your job to remember it. And somewhere deep down, you think this is just who you are. That strong people suffer in silence. That resilience means taking hit after hit without flinching. But the ancient Stoics, men who faced wars, betrayals, and empires crumbling around them, they discovered something radical. True strength isn't about enduring everything. It's about refusing certain things completely. Today, I'm going to show you 5 things genuinely strong people never do. These aren't motivational cliches. These are battle-tested principles from Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. Men who mastered inner power when the world around them was chaos. If you're ready to stop pretending to be strong and actually become unshakable, stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll see strength completely differently. Let's begin. Number 1. Strong people never seek everyone's approval. Here's the trap you're in right now. You're performing for an audience that will never be satisfied. You adjust your words so you don't offend. You change your opinions based on who's in the room. You're exhausted from trying to make everyone happy, and deep down, you know it's killing you. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the ancient world, wrote something that will set you free. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Think about that. The Emperor of Rome, a man who actually had to worry about public opinion, chose not to care what people thought. Why? Because he understood something most people never learn. Seeking approval is a prison you build yourself. Every time you twist yourself into a shape that pleases others, you're saying their opinion matters more than your peace. You're giving strangers the power to control your emotions. You're performing in a play where the audience keeps changing the script. Strong people refuse this game entirely. They don't ask, "What will people think?" They ask, "What do I believe is right?" And then they do it, without apology, without explanation, without waiting for permission. Here's what happens when you stop seeking approval. Half the people who worried about your choices will forget about you in a week. The other half will respect you more for having a spine, and you'll finally feel free. Epictetus said it perfectly. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Stop performing, start living. That's strength. Number 2. Strong people never let emotions make their decisions. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. How many decisions have you made in anger that you regretted later? How many times have you sent that text, said those words, or made that choice while your emotions were on fire, only to wake up the next day wishing you could take it back? Weak people are slaves to their feelings. They feel angry, so they lash out. They feel scared, so they run. They feel hurt, so they hurt others back. They're like leaves in the wind, blown wherever their emotions take them. But strong people, they feel everything you feel. The anger, the fear, the pain. The difference is, they don't let those feelings drive the car. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Think about that. Not suppression, not pretending you're not angry. Just delay. Feel the rage rising. Acknowledge it, then refuse to let it make your decision. Here's what this looks like in real life. Someone disrespects you, your blood boils. Every fiber of your being wants to destroy them with words. A weak person acts immediately. A strong person pauses, takes 3 deep breaths, asks themselves, will responding in anger serve me? Will this matter tomorrow? Will I be proud of this? Almost always, The answer is no. And in that pause, that sacred space between feeling and action, you reclaim your power. This doesn't mean you become emotionless. It means you become the master of your emotions instead of their slave. You feel deeply, but you choose wisely. You acknowledge the fire, but you don't let it burn down your life. Practice this starting today. When emotion floods your system, insert a pause. Count to 10. Walk away for 5 minutes. Let the wave rise and fall without riding it. This one habit will save you from more regret than anything else you ever learn. Strong people feel everything. They just don't let feelings make permanent decisions. Number 3. Strong people never waste energy on things they can't control. This is the habit that separates the unshakable from the constantly anxious. And most people get this completely wrong. Right now, you're probably burning massive amounts of energy trying to control things you have zero power over. You're stressed about what people think. You're angry about traffic. You're worried about outcomes you can't guarantee. You're trying to change other people's behavior, fix the past, or predict the future. And it's destroying you. Epictetus taught the most liberating truth in all of philosophy. Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Let me translate that. You control exactly 4 things: your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, and your effort. That's it. Everything else, other people, circumstances, outcomes, the weather, the economy, what happened yesterday, completely outside your control. Here's the brutal part. Every moment you spend trying to control what you can't is a moment stolen from what you can. You can't control whether someone respects you, but you can control whether you act respectably. You can't control whether you get the job, but you can control the quality of your application. You can't control whether people like you, but you can control whether you like yourself. Strong people draw a hard line. They identify what's within their power and pour everything into that. Everything outside that circle, they let it go. Completely. Try this right now. Think about what's bothering you most. Ask yourself, can I actually control this, or am I just worried about it? If it's outside your control, your only job is to accept it and redirect that energy to something you can influence. This isn't giving up. This is strategic focus. This is placing your power where it actually exists. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, and he still wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Stop fighting battles you can't win. Stop trying to control the uncontrollable. That energy you're wasting on worry, channel it into action on what you can actually change. That's where your strength lives. Number 5. Strong people never quit when it gets uncomfortable. This is the one that separates people who dream about strength from people who actually become strong, and it's going to sting. You quit. Not always, obviously. Sometimes you quit by making excuses. Sometimes you quit by taking a break that never ends. Sometimes you quit by lowering your standards and calling it being realistic. But you quit. Why? Because it got hard. Because it got uncomfortable. Because growth requires you to sit in the fire, and you decided the fire was too hot. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Read that again. The discomfort isn't a sign you're failing. It's proof you're growing. Strong people understand something weak people don't. Comfort is where dreams go to die. Every single thing worth having in life lives on the other side of discomfort. The body you want. Uncomfortable workouts, the relationship you want. Uncomfortable conversations, the career you want. Uncomfortable growth. But here's the lie you've been told. If it's hard, you're doing it wrong. No. If it's hard, you're doing it right. Easy doesn't build anything. Comfort doesn't create transformation. Struggle is the price of evolution. Marcus Aurelius faced plague, war, betrayal, and the weight of an empire, and he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That obstacle you're facing right now, that's not blocking your path. That is your path. The resistance you feel, that's not a stop sign. That's your invitation to become stronger. Think about the last time you quit something. Was it actually impossible, or was it just uncomfortable? Did you really lack the ability, or did you just lack the willingness to be bad at something before you got good? Strong people don't quit when it gets uncomfortable. They lean in. They understand that temporary pain creates permanent growth. They know that the person who can sit in discomfort the longest wins. So, the question isn't, is this hard? The question is, am I willing to be uncomfortable long enough to become who I need to be? Stop quitting when it gets difficult. Start seeing difficulty as the exact tool you need. The fire isn't destroying you, it's forging you. That's real strength, becoming unshakable. So, there they are. 5 things strong people never do. They never seek everyone's approval. They never let emotions make their decisions. They never waste energy on things they can't control. They never compare their journey to others. And they never quit when it gets uncomfortable. These aren't just ideas. These are tested, proven principles from people who face challenges you and I can't even imagine. Marcus Aurelius led an empire during plague and war. Epictetus found freedom as a slave. Seneca advised emperors and faced exile. If these practices worked for them in those circumstances, they'll work for you. But here's the truth. Knowing this changes nothing. Only doing this changes everything. So pick one. Just one of these 5 habits. Maybe it's stopping the approval seeking. Maybe it's pausing before you react emotionally. Maybe it's letting go of what you can't control. Choose one and practice it today, then tomorrow, then the next day. Small, consistent action compounds into transformation. That's how ordinary people build extraordinary inner strength. You're not weak. You've just been practicing the wrong things. Now you know what strong people refuse to do. It's time to become one of them. If this resonated with you, drop a comment below. I choose strength. And subscribe to Daily Stoic Thoughts, so you don't miss the next lesson on your journey to becoming unshakable. The world will keep testing you. Let it. You're building something it can't touch. Stay strong, stay sovereign, stay stoic.